Good evening, everybody. How you all doing?
What's going on, everybody?
Greetings, everyone.
Happy 2026.
Yes.
It's
And
the
we're
new
missing
year.
one. We're still waiting.
We're missing one. He's busy building a basement or a bathroom.
I don't know if he's building or fighting. One or the
Yeah,
other.
sounds like it's a little of both. So
Yeah,
maybe a little more fighting than it is building.
exactly. If you need motivation to get to the bench, just go rip out your bathroom.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're definitely going to want to do some models after that.
Right? Yeah, no joke. Yeah. So how's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing okay. It's been an interesting week, that's for sure.
Yes,
Yes, it has.
I concur. Not the start I was looking for, but the good news is it's still early.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. Yeah. Yep, that's for sure. We got 33 in here already. Nice to see everybody in here. We got Chet,
Exactly.
Ryan, Russ, Terry,
John,
our buddy John is in here. Of course, Tiffany.
my buddy Sam telling me to hit the button.
Yeah,
I think him and Kevin's taking lessons off each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen the super moderator Kevin was in here.
Nice.
We got Mikey, the scale model outlaw.
Nice.
Sluggo.
T2's in there.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Yeah.
Very cool. Make sure you guys all smash that like button so you don't forget.
Armando, how's it going? Chris, cool.
Britta's in there. Dragon Queen.
Very nice.
Oh, is Britta in there? Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we hope all you guys is 2026 has started off good. Hopefully you got some good quality bench time over the holidays. I know I got some, and then I fell down Paul's rabbit hole and started tearing everything up and reorganizing and made a big old mess. So.
You have to make a mess to accomplish something, I think.
Yep. So,
yeah.
You know me, those squirrel moments and those rabbit holes, I just fall right in.
Yeah.
Me too. Thanks to Joe and my host up there, Jason. I went to Harbor Freight and I had to get two those general toolboxes. So that means I had to rearrange all this mess. Thanks.
Yep.
But I like it.
They do come in very handy. They really do. So
yeah. I know exactly where my X-Acto knives are.
That's a good thing.
And my scalpels, I know exactly where they're at there, that little top drawer right there. You know, you take the drawer out and you take the magnets off, they're easier to open.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I got a few of those paint racks. I think 2 of them are up. One I got to put together. So started with that, and along with the rest of the bench and everything. And yeah, then with a little bit of a rough start over here, I've not gotten anywhere near the amount of progress I was hoping to have done by now, but it's all right. It's still January.
It is still January, that's for sure.
Yeah. Joke.
I think we're gonna. I had a death today. My buddy's wife had passed away today, and then this week, many of you probably know that Brian Burwell's stepdaughter has passed away this week. Got Fuels Model Garage. So we're gonna just do a little moment of silence here to honor them fine folks, and please reach out to Brian if you're friends with him on Facebook, and give him some prayers and give him some love. So. All right. So who else do we got in here? We got Snuggle. Terry. I'm surprised Terry's in here.
Yeah.
Terry's up. Thanks, Mikey. I appreciate that. So what do you guys want to talk about tonight? Should we talk about how we schedule group builds? What interests you in a group build?
Yeah, kind of curious. Aside from Bruce's 50 plus that he manages to do throughout the year and run,
I
but
know.
what gets you interested? I will say, starting
Oh,
out, yeah, the Jason's group build idea, that was cool. That was really triggered my interest. So I've actually been drumming up some ideas. It's been a good little motivator. Um, but it was a good example of not just group builds, but it's neat to see something, a little different. And again, it falls right in to kind of what you see on your channel, what you're interested in. And to me, that's what's really cool about the group builds is you're not just participating in that build, you're kind of getting to know that content creator, stuff on his channel, things like that. So really cool. Great topic, Jason.
Thank
That's a
you.
great idea
Yeah,
for it.
I mean, if we get 5 of them done at the end of the year, 5 people participate, it's definitely a win for me. And then to get VCG involved as well, where he's willing to make some really cool little drag and drive packs. That's really cool. So
Yeah.
it definitely took off more than I was expecting. To be honest, I figured I'd be the only guy in the group build because of the drag card thing. But I think you're going to see a lot of creative stuff in there, and that's really what I'm looking for. Is I figure somebody's going to do some station wagons, somebody will do some foreign cars, and that's what I'm looking for. I really am. So
That should be a lot of fun. I've got a few different ideas for it. Then I caught your video where you're saying Josh may have some stuff. So now I'm kind of rethinking some ideas, but trying to tell myself
yeah,
stick within the capabilities too. Don't go down
yeah.
too many holes.
The thing I will say to anybody that doesn't like doing a lot of scratch building, you can do a lot of like just a small tire, where you got stock wheel wells, frame rails. You could just rob a roll bar out of some other kit or something like that. Um, just keep it simple, keep it fun, and maybe you'll learn some new techniques or something like that. That's what it's all about, is learning some new things, getting out of your comfort zone. I'm definitely going to do a group build this year that I've been wanting to do, and that's going to be Leon's lowrider group build.
Nice. That's a fun one.
Yep, because I want to experiment with trying to do some crazy paint jobs like that.
Gotcha.
And you got to screw some up to make good ones. So
Yes.
I figure I'm gonna do like a flat bottom deal and just focus on the paint.
Yeah, that'll be neat. That'll be fun. Something outside the wheelhouse.
Yep. I already got me some cool Pegasus wheels for it. So
Nice.
we're gonna keep it nice and simple and just focus on the body and the interior.
Oh, that's good. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I do need to do a NASCAR group build. I really do. I got plenty of NASCARs.
I was going to do one. I had one over here, just hadn't gotten to it.
The other thing I really want to get to is that Indy car with Kyle from RKD Scaleworks.
Yeah, he's in here, by the way.
Is he in here?
Yep, he's in here.
I didn't see him. How's it going, Kyle? So, what's up, Mark? How you doing?
We got well, we had 40, now we got 38. But hey, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming to the AMC Livecast tonight in 2026. Year 3.
We're just kind of doing a little 2026 opening chat with the hosts. Yep, there's Kyle. You're here.
Hi, Kyle.
Hold on, Kyle.
My Indiana brother.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's our thing. Jimmy and I were talking with he's going to co-host the Customs Illustrated group build with me this year, and we're also talking about different ways to try to be better host, I guess, and keep more into it. And I know, Jason, you and I have chatted about that with the zombie group builds. Although that, to me, the zombies is a little different because those things can kind of pop up out of anywhere, if you know what I mean. It's a different style group build. But yeah, I think that's one thing I'm definitely going to focus on, at least with the two myself being involved in as a host, is also doing a little more, trying to at least, I'm thinking twice a month, get something up that ties directly with them. And I think that'll also help keep me focused on the bench a little more as well. You know,
it's very, I will say, for last year, those two zombie builds that I worked on, they definitely put some pep in my step. I will say they were great busters, and it's kind of really exciting to see something that was kind of dilapidated back to life. You know, I really enjoyed it. So
I enjoy doing the eBay glue bombs. You know, you get this in pieces, and so I like throwing them into the zombie thing.
Yeah,
because they're so much fun to like Jason just said, resurrect it back together. It's a living kid again.
Yeah,
you know, it's not all sad and broke.
Yeah,
I did about 4 of those this year.
Nice.
They're quick little things to clear your mind, because you know all the stuff's done. You're just fixing and maybe, you know, do a little scratch building or something, repairing and a little polishing, and it's all smooth and sleek again, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I've got a 63 Riviera that I picked up on eBay that was real clean. The only thing they really did was painted the interior black. So I think I'm going to take it apart and just build a neat little shelf curbside out of that. Try to do that this year. I think it's been sitting here for a while.
Sam, which group build are you talking about, the zombie or the Dragon Drive? The Dragon Drive, if you want to take a started kit and change it around as a street drag car, you're more than welcome to do that as well. The zombie thing, it's anything. It could be a started kit. It could be a glue bomber. The main objective with the zombie thing is to bring it back to life and put it on the shelf and enjoy the view. So,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, knock the dust off the thing that's been sitting there for years.
Yep, or like in my case, the 2 that I did were cars that have been rolling around in the box through 25 years of moving around, you know, from house to house, and you know, really, really fun. I got a new appreciation for glue bombers, because I know at the shows you see a lot of those baggy glue bombers and stuff, and I'm definitely gonna spend more time going through those boxes and seeing what's in there, you know.
Yeah, you find some sweet deals there too.
Yeah. That was my intention at Acme, but I didn't get that job done.
Oh, you didn't get to go through the vendor area that much?
Not that much. Well, I did, but I didn't get to go through the glue bombs bags either.
Okay.
I mean, it's just next year I will know more what to do.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, has anybody gotten any bench time in this week?
No.
Yes, of course I have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my bench after making a mess.
I got
I feel
brand new lights on the police car.
Are they lit up and working?
Not yet. That's what the wires are for.
Yeah, I know you. I saw your video. You're talking about that.
I scratch built the whole new thing.
Yeah, nice. I see that. That looks good.
I mean, yeah, that'll be neat.
If I can't make it bigger to go from there because this thing's in the road. Come on, wake up, StreamYard. Jesus. Come on. There it goes. Anyway, that's all scratch built. I got to put the other lights on.
Oh, it's looking
Yeah,
good,
that's
Bruce.
cool.
I like that.
I love that blue.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't that awesome blue?
Yeah. It's got such a nice metallic glow to it.
It's ice blue. That's that Toledo Colorworks paint
Nice.
gallery. Yeah.
12K. I just noticed the 12K.
You notice where the K is?
Yeah.
It's in the wrong place because I wanted to be different. But yeah, it's one Adam 12.
Yeah, that's
But I'm gonna put a K on there and see if anybody notices.
Oh, that's hilarious. That just made my week right there.
And I've been working on I dug out my Vicky again. This is supposed to be the BG's appreciation group build. Was it 2 years ago? I don't know. I don't remember. It was not that shiny. I took the Tamiya polishing stuff and just went to town on this thing, and it's nice and smooth now. I had problems with the Scale Finishes paint. It was new, and I was too ambitious with it, and I really didn't try it out much. I just grabbed the body and said, "Okay, we're painting it," and it went all wrong. But it looks better. It's not perfect. The only way to really fix it is to strip it, start over. But I'm not going to do that.
You sound like me, Bruce. I say just get the stuff out and paint it. I'm not much of a tester.
Most of the time, I do test stuff fairly decently.
I've never tested a thing.
That was back when Gangster first gave us our sponsorship.
Yeah,
and I was all gun ho. I think Joe did the same thing on a model.
Yeah,
he just took that and oops.
Yeah,
everything looked right.
I mean, I've got a box of spoons to try it, and mainly like if you feel that the paint is thin and you want to see what primer you should probably do if you got a tone you're looking for, then I've been doing that. But for the most part, there's a lot of dudes out there. Fred Henry's coming to mind. There's a lot of guys that are always posting videos of their spoon tests, and you can just go, "Oh, he used black primer with that color. Okay, that's what I'm going to do."
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
I teach you.
I think it's cool. I mean, it's a good thing to do. I think part of it for myself was growing up using a lot of House of Colors and stuff like that. I just had the color chart, so I'd say, okay, over this base, this is what it looks like, because we have the old chart was just your basic stuff, but then the second chart, at least I had, they may even have a newer one now, but I mean, you have like every color over, I don't even know how many different bases. So maybe that's why. I don't know.
Hi, Chuck.
Yeah, I used to think, you know what, let me see how this is going to look. And then by the time I get everything out, I say, yeah, screw it. We're just going to paint it.
And I would say, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know a lot of guys up here that use the House of Color line on like 1-to-1s, and it's pretty much either that silver or gold. That's like the generic basis for a lot of those guys, you know.
It is, and I think a lot of it too, and I'm not, like I say, I know everybody's got their own rhyme and reason. I say whatever works for you, but a lot of color, especially base coats, things like that. I mean, if you're looking for a pretty significant change, then yeah, white, gray, black can do it. When I started spraying candies on the models, I was using urethane candy, which is much more, it's simply a translucent candy paint. It needs that base under it to develop the color. Where now with candy base coats, the candy, everything, it's in there. I think my candy apple red 36 Ford, that's House of Colors candy apple red base shot right over the plastic.
Oh,
there's
really?
no primer, there's no nothing. I mean, that is your candy paint. Where the urethanes, you've got to put something under it. Otherwise, you're going to have a see-through color.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think that's kind of part of why, growing up, the way we used to paint. So now a lot of people, when I see someone talking about a base or, a certain color, like I get it. If you're looking for a specific tone or trying to match something, perfect. But for me, I look at the color and just, I kind of see, well, if it's under black, it's going to be a little darker. White is going to be brighter. Gray
Yep.
probably be pretty close to this. So I just kind of roll with things,
Yeah.
kind of like what Sluggo's saying. Yeah, like the Tamiya, the clear red, clear blue.
Yep.
You're relying on what's under that, whether it's a gunmetal, a silver, a gold. All
Yep.
those are going to have a significant change. That's how the urethane candies are that we still have. We still use them. They're a thicker paint because I can't get to it right now, but some of the urethane candies, you got to remember your urethane has a hardener.
Yep.
So you're using a 2-to-1 base, say Orion silver, then you're using your urethane candy, and depending on how many coats you want to develop the color, you got hardener. So now that's a thicker paint.
Yep.
Then you've got your clear, which has a hardener, so that's thicker, right? So that's the hard part with like model car stuff is when you're using the urethane candies, you really got to watch your buildup versus your base coat candies, which are a lot more simpler to use. But to me, when you get them under a really good light or outside, the base coats, they just don't have the depth that a developed urethane's going to have.
Right.
But
And I've seen guys take like the translucent and put it over the base coat color as well. So like you use the base coat red and then use the translucent red to give it that depth with just 2 coats,
Yeah, that's why when I first started doing them, we used, for myself, it was a lot of solar gold and Orion silver. Then eventually I started to see like the Strato blue, the planet green, Nova orange. So then that became a way to use those house of colors because they were base coats meant for candy. So if you use the orange metallic, the Nova orange base, it didn't take as much of the candy tangerine to develop your orange, as it would if you were doing silver. So that was kind of this is a good example here. This was one that was done, gosh, probably back in like, I don't know, 2010 maybe. So this is an old urethane candy tangerine.
That's nice.
Yeah, so this is the old urethane candy. So this one's either got the Nova orange or the Orion silver under it. And then it's got however many coats of the tangerine, and then probably about 3 coats of clear. So this one, if I had something under those candy base coat, you could kind of tell it's definitely a thicker look to it, But
that's a neat kit.
Yeah, the 65 Rivies are a lot of fun.
Who makes that one? Is that AMT or Revell?
Yeah, this is the old AMT one.
That's cool.
That kit's hard to find too, and it's expensive.
Yeah, these are ones I wish I would have stocked up on when Hobby Lobby had them. When they released that one, I wish I would have picked up more of them.
See, again, I know a lot of people bash AMT, but I love their kits. Their bodies are so nice on some of their kits, man. Just so accurate.
On top, depending on, we're back. Depending on everybody's personalities, a lot could be said for the older Revell stuff. I know people that were like, man, a lot of that stuff's junk. Don't touch it with the 10-foot pole, because you're going to have to, they're saying those are kits that people bought, went home and never wanted to look at a model car again after taking a look at that thing. But again, I think it's to each their own. And for me, I try hard to look at a model kit as a starting point, And I think that helps take some of the frustrations that can come from certain things, you know?
Yeah. And let's face it, every model manufacturer's got its lemons and its heroes, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, anything in life, you know.
Yep.
You know, you're gonna get some that are a little trying, and then you're gonna get some that just fall together, and you know, you
Yeah.
go, wow, that thing went together fast. I'm ready for another one, you know. So
Yeah, there's a gentleman built a really neat 56 Bel Air model, and what he actually did was he used the newer, the 210 version from the Revell, the new one,
yep,
but he shaved the sides, and then he took all the Bel Air trim from the old original Revell 56 because it's all separate.
yep.
So he cleaned all that up and made a neat Bel Air
Oh,
out of
nice.
one of those. So I mean, there's a lot. Like, yeah, I think, you know, there's a lot to be said, and everything kind of has a place one way or another.
Yeah.
You
Yep,
know.
for sure. What do we got? Well, you want to run your commercial ad there, Bruce?
Yeah, might as well. It's a short bill. We'll pay it anyway.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured that's what that alarm was. So.
Yep. You know, it is 2026, and we have to get into doing these things again, folks.
Yeah, the 2 weeks off kind of throws us off. I actually had people messaging me where the show was on New Year's Day. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
we're off today.
Yeah, me too.
Bruce is on vacation.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I told everybody when I was on Bob's Live that night. I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I told one of them that Bruce was too busy with coming up with more group builds, so
Yeah.
back in a week.
Oh, me like the new one I started, the Big Fender Smiths and Chrome.
There you go.
What do you got at least 49 more to go for this year to toss up.
I know, and I'm working on those, Paul, because you keep up in the list.
Well, we keep you on your toes, Bruce.
I know. I appreciate that. It's
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the Fat Fenders and Chrome one this year too. So I already have my kit.
One. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's pay the bills, and we'll be
Water break.
Water break. Be right back, folks.
We're back.
And we're back. Hi, everybody.
Bills are paid for the week.
Yes. Yeah. You know, you start out 2026 new, you got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, no joke.
Oh man.
So what's exciting, Bruce? I just
Why?
like to see that look on your face there when the eyes start going. Good stuff.
Did you get anything? Did you get anything done, Bruce, during the holidays, or you just been rebuilding the cop car stuff?
Well, I've been doing some video work here and there and trying to get that stuff caught up. I mean, about 12 behind. Oh, from
wow.
last year. Wow.
Jeez. Oh, man.
Well, I mean, some of it's the Acme stuff I made videos for. I just didn't post the videos.
Gotcha.
I'm still working on my 2025 What Did I Build year.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dean.
There's a bunch in there. I think it was like 15,
Wow.
16 in there. Something like that.
Nice.
I don't remember now. I didn't think I did that many. But, you know,
That's
6
good,
of them
though.
was Acme builds. But, yeah. Then I went back through. Today I was going back through a bunch of the directories, and from ones that have been posted, there was other videos for tutorials I did not post that I was going to do. I may still post them someday. I got content running out my ears.
Yeah.
But the last half of 2025 was I just want to build stuff.
I hear you there.
Yeah.
You know, Jason and I were talking about that, and we kind of did that. We kind of put the channels back on hold a little more than I probably should have. But
Yeah.
we've loved doing at least 1 or 2 videos a month, so kept everybody happy.
It's, you know, the thing is, to me, anyhow, I want to focus more on the actual building and less on the video part.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try and keep things simple because, I mean, again, you can fall down a rabbit hole and start doing all this massive editing and, you know, and kudos to the guys that do it because they do a great job. You know, not knocking them, but for me, I just want to keep things simple just so that I'm getting something done, because otherwise it's like you're just making video for what, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's definitely my goal for this year, is to show things that, hey, there's progress here, you know?
Yes.
Right.
There.
To answer Chet's question up there, the kits that have the molded in headlights, I just drill them out.
Yeah.
And I put a piece of styrene on the back side to glue the LED to, and then I fill it full of this resin.
And that's a resin you get off of Amazon.
Amazon, yeah. It's under different names, but it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
And then you just cure that, and you can't put a coat of quick shine over it after it dries or not. Doesn't make any difference. You keep putting it on there and curing it until it's got a nice kind of flat bubble-ish, and it looks like a headlight. I mean, I don't care if it doesn't have all the lines. When it's on, you're not going to see them anyway.
Right. Hey, Billy.
Hi, Billy. You can do the taillights the same way. The ones that got molded in taillights, like on the Christine, you just drill that out all the way through. What I did on mine, I put tape on the back side, filled that full of resin, then I glued the LED to the back of the clear resin, and so I painted it. Took a little bit of the Tamiya clear red, watered it down real good, put a light coat over that, so when it's off, it looks like it's red.
There you go.
That's cool.
All kinds of cool little tricks, along with Grandpa Mark's hobbies. You know, teaching me how to operate a Arduino. his new thing today is he's figured out how to use Chat GPT to make it
Unreal.
write code to do different things, like make the turn signals, the markers and stuff flash.
Wow.
Yeah, sound module works. How to make that work? And
See, I've said it before. Grandpa Mark is a bad influence to us.
he is.
Yeah.
He's my nemesis.
Yeah.
But it's the part of the hobby that I enjoy doing, because I'm into electronics. So is Mark. You know, a lot of people aren't. Just like a lot of people don't like kit bashing or scratch building, or like, you know, the video editing part of it. I mean, it's all, you got to treat it like all separate parts of the kit.
Yeah.
What I try to do. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Speaking of kit bashers, he makes his kits.
Ryan, man. Yeah.
Superb.
Ryan
guy.
does some really cool stuff. He put a video up over the holidays of all the builds he did, and that was a really cool video to watch. So
yes, it was.
I
enjoyed watching it.
Yep. Ryan, you did a great job, my friend. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Bruce. I mean, everybody's got their niche. That's their enjoyment of the hobby. And mine is definitely that scratch building stuff and incorporating, you know, brass and things into my builds. Someday I'll light something up, but right now, let's just get the ones done that we've committed to. And
well, I started out either it's going to have lights or it's not, and most often it does. But I'm working on the video where I'm doing that Baja Bronco. It's not being lit, but I'm doing that not because I can't. I don't want to take the time right now. I just want to get that one done because it's upcoming video coming out in late February or March. So that's all I can say about that. But it's like, okay, so like Leon, you know, he has I'm sure he has a sketch and everything drawn out how he's going to do all that paint pattern. Boggles my mind how he does that, and you, Jason, by the way. But you know, kind of from the start how it's going to go, mostly. But, you know,
I don't know. I can't speak for Leon. I can speak for myself as I have a vision in my head, so I know what I want to tape. I think when you get into guys like Gary Seeds, a lot of times those guys just grab a roll of tape and they just start flowing the tape on there. And if it's something that's, you know, triggering them, then they're thinking, okay, I'm doing this. This is turning out good. And then I've watched guys like that in the one-to-one world where it looks cool. And then they just go, nope, don't like it. And they just rip it all off and they start over, you know.
I'm trying, J-Dog.
Spit it out, Bruce. Yeah, it's interesting, the different approaches of the artistic side of painters. Some of them are very technical, and you know, I want to cut these out of vinyl mask, and then I'll mirror them on the computer so that they're accurate from side to side. And then you got guys that just go, nope, give me a roll of tape, and they just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. All it takes, I sat there with a pair of scissors and they cut something out with a piece of paper and they go. Psh, 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 psh.
Yeah.
I'd love to learn how to make flames, but you know, I don't have the knowledge to do that.
Yeah. You're right, Kevin. Someday I'll be cool and I'll do a Chevy or a Ford.
Hey, I do Chevys and Fords.
I got 2 Chevys on the bench right now, Kev.
I do Corvettes. That's a Chevy.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a Corvette person, I build Corvettes. So figure that out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, you had that really rare Corvette rebuilder.
Oh, the Astrovet? Yes.
Yeah.
That's my $65 kit that I tore apart immediately as soon as I got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been watching those on eBay, and those things are going for some money when they're brand new kits, you know.
The cheapest one on there right now is 160, and the highest one is 275.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I seen. It
And
was
they're
like
sealed,
200 something. Yeah.
supposedly.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those kits are getting, well, I guess some have always been pricey, but yeah, some are definitely creeping up.
Yeah, for sure.
They're coming out of this. Every now and then there'll be like 4 or 5 pop up on eBay. So somebody's pulling them out of their stash.
Yeah.
Thinking they're going to get big bucks. I told the one guy with 161 offered it to me for 138. I said, I'll give you 60. He probably said no.
That's worth a shot.
Hey,
so
what are they going to do? Say no?
Let me ask you guys a question about the eBay thing. So I've noticed, and maybe it's just me being crazy or whatever, conspiracy theory with my tinfoil hat. But like when a kit sells, do you think eBay's like putting algorithms back out there to like the sellers that are very active that, hey, this sold on another page, this is a hot item? Because it seems like when one kit sells, then all of a sudden 2 weeks later, you're finding a bunch of them kits, you know?
Yeah, and I guarantee you, if you put a heart on it or put it in a save list, within 2 days you'll get an offer.
Yeah.
Works every time.
Yeah. I kind of wondered if
I'm pretty sure that's eBay doing that. That's not the seller.
That's I think it's an eBay thing. Yeah.
I know since I started picking up some of the older kits again on eBay and stuff, just from adding them to my watch list, man, I get a slew of emails and on comparable ones. So I'm guessing that just from, I've never gone on like a binge where I can constantly sold stuff on there or anything. I'll slim things down here and there. But yeah, I know a couple of people that were saying that, I mean, they'll look at stuff they're considering selling, you know, and once they hit that, add it to the watch list, they pretty much get emails, you know, similar item for price points and stuff like that. I don't know. And so, to be honest with you, and for me, more of a person that buys stuff than sells stuff, I find it more of a nuisance. I open up my email every other day or so, and it seems like there's 25 emails from eBay. Yeah. Similar items. So put your bid in, make an offer, do this. And that's like, I feel like unsubscribe or blocking eBay.
Yeah.
Very seldom do I bid. I'm usually the buy guy. I used to sell stuff years ago, CB radio stuff and electronic stuff years ago, but I quit selling 15 years ago. Got to be too much a hassle.
Yeah, it's I went through and sold, I don't know, 20 Dixon flannels just between middle of December and last week, and God, that was a hassle. The last one or two that sold, the only reason they were still on there is because I forgot to take them off, because eBay will automatically renew the listing, you know. But yeah, it's I guess you just have to be someone that enjoys throwing stuff up and watching it go, or the whole hassle in it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that there's a lot of people that, I don't know if you want to say, are getting older, and they just say, man, I've got 2,000 kits. I'm never going to build all these kits. And they just say, okay, I'm going to pick out, you know, a couple hundred that I want to keep until I croak. And then they're just getting rid of the stuff that they know they're never going to get to, you know, because there definitely seems to be a lot of old kits that are popping up on eBay, at the shows. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff out there. Just some of it, you know, the prices can be pretty high on some of them. So
yeah, there was a 60 Buick convertible I was looking at, and it was one of these let me see here. It was, you know, one of these older kits. Yeah. And it still had the white tape seals that hadn't been broke or anything. So that automatically puts it up in like the $260 range. So I'm kind of, I think we have, one or two. So it's kind of, do I really need it? But the thing is, there was like a guy selling, especially when you see the old kits that have, they're like complete in good condition, untouched.
Yeah.
There was a guy selling some, and I know I put a few bids in on a couple, but man, they all ended up selling for, I think, like 170 up to 400, 4.25 for this. It goes for the most expensive one was for it was a 61 Pontiac, I think it was, or 63. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of them that I see, you get in there, and the other thing I'm seeing is a lot of people that seem like they come across them in like estate sales or something.
Yep.
Because I'll see someone listed as, like kit appears to be complete. And then when they show the parts, like for me, knowing some of these old kits, I'll go through their pictures and notice like the extra custom parts, the styling parts that were in these old ones, like all those will be gone.
Yeah.
Everything else. Or I emailed one guy he was listing one as an original, and I almost bought it just because I saw it, and it was a fairly good price, still kind of pricey. But then when I scrolled through, I realized it was like a second or third release. So some of the parts that would be in the original were not there. So I was like, hey, just an FYI, save yourself a hassle. You might not want to call it the original,
Yep.
But
yeah, and I agree. Like those people that those like auction house sites, I do like to watch those a lot because it's gonna sound mean, but sometimes they don't know what they have, and sometimes they do, but they don't care. Right? They just they know that. Look, I bought all this stuff for X amount of dollars, so I need to get $5 out of everything to get my money back. So then they'll just say, okay, I want $10 for this, 20 for that. And then they're making their profit. That's all they care. And I've gotten burned, and somebody like, I've gotten one person that likes to rub it in, but I've showed that kit. It's a 32 Ford 3-window coupe.
Yep.
And it's got a 41 Willys plastic in it.
So, I remember that.
I paid $20 for it. Did I lose? No, I didn't lose.
Yeah, this was talking about that kit there. That was a eBay find, and this is the older one. This isn't the re-release, but I mean, this one was in good shape, and I think I picked it up for like $.
Yeah,
where you scroll through eBay and someone else that knows what this is, it's $100.
Yeah,
so it's like, hey, if the guy's got it there, I'll take it.
Yep.
So yeah, you just never know. I mean,
and I know like this year too, I'm gonna stop at more thrift stores because I've had good luck at thrift stores finding rebuilders.
Yeah.
So like I plan on doing that a lot this year. As you go by a thrift store, just pull in, kind of look and see what you find. You never know what body you might find, or
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. No, I think this year it's. There's certain kits I'll probably always tend to stock up on, bad habits, I guess. But otherwise, for the most part, I'll probably keep an eye out for some older stuff that wouldn't mind having,
Yeah, I'm not buying too many kits this year. I'll probably look for the cheap rebuilder things just to have some slump busters, and I think they're a lot of fun. I was very entertained with them. So
that's
cool. I got 3 more Vickies that's in boxes over here that I bought. One of them at Acme and the other 2 off eBay for $15.
Nice.
Nice.
They're mostly together. I mean, they're painted and everything. All I got to do is put them together. You can tell they're rattle can because a couple of you can't see the interior door card lines or anything. It's just all paint.
Yeah.
Those I will probably strip and fix that part, but you can see where they were going, and it's going to be. They were doing great. It looked like, it's a zombie build. They just got shoved in a box and sit over there, and
Yep.
I find those to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, I suggest you do more of those.
I got to get me the 49 Merc yet. I got to get me a 49 Merc. But.
Which one are you looking for?
Right now, I would really love the special edition one. You know, I love those kits,
the Revell or the Revell ones?
The Revell one,
okay.
yeah. But I'd be fine with an AMT kit as well, because those will work for what I want to do.
Well, AMT re-released theirs. Did
they?
Yeah, it just
that's
dropped,
good.
I think, around December. I got one.
So the eBay prices will come down.
Yeah.
And the Revell ones, that's another one. If I see one at a decent price, I'll either put a bid on that I'm comfortable with, or if it's a buy it now that's fairly cheap, so I'll just pick them up.
I went as high as 75 on them on the bid thing, and I've lost every time. So on the Revell one,
See, that's the hard part with, and this is probably a good topic too, sometime, or topic, but bidding is a crapshoot, because well, I shouldn't say no. That's a 4-letter word, right? There's a pretty good idea that some sellers out there either have friends that will bid it up to a certain price or bid it to what they want. Bidding for me, I try to keep on the low side unless it's something I really want. So I like the buy it nows or make an offer.
Yeah.
But I get you. Sometimes the bidding's the only way to get something, but
especially the model people that are selling on there, they know what they've got, and then they know that if there's multiple people looking for it, the bid thing is the best thing for them, because people will fight over them,
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. And it, sometimes when I go to these shows, I get so excited. I get so adrenaline high on plastic that you forget kind of what kits you really want to get.
Oh yeah.
And then you start talking to somebody, and then, squirrel moment, whatever. But I got to make a list and keep a piece of paper, and then maybe put a nerd strap around my neck, and then I can have my list.
Yeah.
I had a list when I went to Acme.
My problem, and I'm sure Jason, you can probably agree with some of your Mopar kits, but for me, like some of the, say, 49 Mercs, 49 Fords, some of the 60 stuff, some of the early, the 32s, the 30s, the 29s.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways you can build them, that where there are certain kits I could pick up and say, I want to build one of those, build it, and not look back at that kit for years. But some of the other ones, there's just I guess some of it's like growing up around customs. You could go in a shop or go to a show and just see shoebox Fords all done differently, chopped differently, different headlights, different tail lights. Same thing with the Chevys, 32s, hot rods. You could sit there and build 8 of them and still have 100 different ideas to go. You know what I mean?
Hence why I have 20 demons.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons when people ask, like, man, why do you guys got so many of those? And I guess if you just haven't, maybe some of the car culture, maybe some people, I think, don't really get that,
Yeah.
But
and you're right. You're absolutely right. Like when you go to car shows, I mean, everybody's got their favorite body style or whatever car that just, pops out at them and it just draws them in, where they'll walk across the whole parking lot to go look at it.
Yeah.
And, you see them, and then you start seeing them in different colors or different ride heights or different engine packages. And then, like you said, Paul, you just get ideas that someday I'm going to build one that's like that. Someday I'm going to build one like that,
Yeah.
We had a good conversation privately, me and you, about how you get lured into buying the kit, right? Does the box art lure you in to where you want to buy the kit because you think the box art's cool and you want to build it like the box?
Yeah.
And like me and you were talking about it, and I definitely am that guy where if the box art's cool, then I'm thinking I'm getting one to build as the box art, and then I'm gonna get 2 more to modify,
Yeah. No, there's definitely, if if I could get up and just build models and not have to worry about life out there, there's definitely some movie cars I would love to build. There's box art cars I would love to build. There, I mean, the list is just, it's phenomenal. That's why it gets back to what we were talking about earlier. And for I think all of us have said 2026, a lot more building.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I hope everybody does for our New Year's resolution as far as content creators. If you're watching, I hope you get more builds done so that we can just flood YouTube with more builds and less of these politics stuff and all the drama crap on YouTube. Let's just see a bunch of model stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be neat. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it's good. I've definitely got some stuff I want to wrap up that I'm looking at right now, and some other stuff I want to do just partly for you and my group build, me and Jimmy's, and then other stuff just to build that momentum and work on it. That's something Sobak and I were talking about, is not necessarily all group builds, but whether you're building for a show or a group build or whatever it is, sometimes it just hits a point where it's not fun because of a deadline or the pressure. And that's the worst thing, is to come out to the bench and look and say, I don't want to work on that.
It's like a job.
Exactly.
My deadline is there is no deadline. I get it done when I get it done. I don't put myself in that spot.
Yeah.
Because I want to join the group build, and yes, I want to get it done. But if life gets in the way, as it always does, I am not going to sit there at the bench like you guys just said and hammer on that thing and drive myself nuts trying to get it done at the deadline. I ain't gonna do that. I got off my crazy pills for a reason. I don't want to go back.
You know, and kudos to the guys that can just, they can do it. You know, I mean, King Bob's another one that comes off the top of my head on how he manages his time wisely. You know, he's basically retired, and he just, you know, that's what keeps him busy. That's what keeps his mind going, you know. So he gets a lot of stuff done. And there's other channels too.
Dart, you know, or Dart Cave's the same way.
Dart gets a lot done. I know there's quite a few channels that will do over 24 builds in a year. And it's just like, wow, that's impressive, you know? For me, the problem is they all don't need to be totally detailed, right? I don't need to put plug wires in every build, you know? And like with what you did with me with the flat bottom thing, that was just never in my thought process, was the flat bottom slammers, whatever the nicknames are. But to me, I definitely want to do them. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, you know?
Yeah, sometimes those really do help with just, one, it kind of breaks up the monotony, get something done. But two, at least for myself, you get, like, you're 55, right, Jason? You've been on and off of that thing for a while, where there's times you could probably spend 2-3 hours doing something, where at the end of those hours, you'll know what you got accomplished, but sitting there staring at it, it's like, what did I get done? Where you take and build a quick little curbside, not only do you get something done, but typically it looks cool. You got some nice wheels, it's slammed, maybe nice paint, interior. You get it done, and it just builds that momentum, and you're seeing something get accomplished. You know what I mean? That's what kind of helps me with those. But me, on the flip side, I want to take and get a few detailed builds done, because it's been a long time since I've done that, you know.
Yeah, when I want to clear my head, that's when I drag out one of those rebuilders. Or a zombie build.
See, that's exactly what I was saying with the zombie group build, is that really got me out of my funk. It really did. I mean, last year was not going well at all. And, you know, It was a point where I was thinking, man, I'll be lucky to get 2 done this year, you know.
Yeah.
And then I sat down with that GTX and I, was like flashbacking to when I was a kid and I first
Yeah.
built it. And I just sat there and just tinkered around with it. And I just had so much fun. Then I jumped into the Iceman little resin bike thing. And I'm like, this was cool too. And I'm like, okay, now I found my
Yeah.
groove again.
Yeah.
So
You had a good reset, which was good because God, I remember seeing that one video you put out. I was driving to work. I was like, man, he's really fired up. I remember getting to work saying, hey, Jason, you doing okay over there? Yeah. Oh, man.
yeah.
Yeah, you had a good reset, though. You bounced back really good.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and that's what I'm trying to ride that energy into this year. So I'm hopeful that tomorrow I'll have this mess cleared up, and I bought some baggies and things to just put stuff, protect stuff, and organize it, and then I'm gonna focus on Saturday and Sunday just building. That's it.
Nice.
So,
Well, that's cool. That'll be good.
yeah. I have a ton of parts on toothpicks ready for paint. I mean, there's a lot of stuff ready to go. So
Yeah.
that'll probably be the first part of sitting down is just start shooting colors on all those parts. And then it'll just be a matter of start gluing things together. So
That's cool. That'll be good.
Yeah, I want to get these 2 here done this weekend. So I got 5 kits behind it. I just want to tear into the kits and get all the bodies sand prepped and painted all at
Nice.
once.
yeah.
I want to have a paint day.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, maybe not all 5 of them at the same day, but yeah, at least 2.
So
Yeah.
do you like doing that, Bruce, where you have like bodies that are painted ready to go?
Used to, I was the guy that I wanted the engine and the chassis done first.
Okay.
When it's a rolling chassis, I'm good. I'm ahead of the game. But then
Yep.
you get to the body, and then it's a struggle. So I've decided it's best to do it the other way around now. I've watched several guys that did the same thing, and I agreed with that. That's why I started doing the bodies first, and getting all that done. The bare metal foil or the chrome silver or whatever you want to use,
Mhm.
and get it cleared one time at least, and then worry about decals later because that's another one of my nemesis. I'm hoping to tackle for 2026.
Yeah.
Yes. So a friend of mine, older gentleman, way back when I was probably a teenager. Now, granted, he did a lot of custom work, but he was telling me the reason he liked to start with the body was he might get into something, and if it goes south or the idea just wasn't working out, he said at least the rest of the kit I've got either as a backup for the next one or just a parts car. I'm
Yeah.
not that
Yes.
vested into it. Now, granted, he was chopping, sectioning, channeling, doing a bunch of old school custom type builds, but it kind of made sense, in that because I know I've definitely had some that I'd get onto, and then something goes south with the body, and it's kind of like I don't know if I really want to dive back into that right now. But then you've got all this other stuff started and parked on the shelf versus saying, well, at least I've got this as a donor kit. The rest of it's good,
Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of my thinking too.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of different ideas, but I think Weasel said earlier in there, he likes to have 2 kits going at a time. I like to have multiple things going just for 2 reasons. One is kind of like what we said earlier. If I have a chance to get out here on the bench, I don't want to feel forced into working on something that I might not be into, and it might switch day to day,
Yep.
And for that same reason, that kind of gets me into, I give credit to folks that can just get a kit and say, I'm not going to touch anything else till this is done.
Right.
But for myself, if things are going wrong or whatnot, I know myself, I'll force myself through it and I won't be happy with the end product.
Correct.
brush it or. So yeah, I definitely have probably too many projects going, but figure as long as if I get some time to come out here, as long as there's something I feel like I want to work on, great. Getting bench
Yep.
time, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely, there's nothing wrong with it. There's definitely guys that are like that where they just, okay, I'm going to keep my mind focused on this one kit. And then when this is done, then I'll consider the next build. I think some of those guys, they get so involved with doing the research on them and they
Yeah,
just want to stay in that zone. Like,
yeah,
okay, I want to make sure that I get the overspray correct. I want to make sure that, I put the stickers in the right, or, they try to make them as accurate as possible to the real 1-to-1. So,
hmm yeah,
I don't go for that.
you don't do that. You don't.
No, I look at the 1-to-1 cars,
Yep.
on Google Pictures. I go, oh, okay, I kind of where that looks, and I kind of do my own thing of it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes they have fancy decals. I don't put the fancy decals on. I build the plain car.
Yeah. I
I
do
or I do a
know
little bit
that.
of different two-tone paint or something like that. Something similar but different.
Yeah.
yeah,
'Cause I'm not original. Oh, well, it's got to be that way.
I do know that there's
My
guys
stuff-
that's their thing, right? That's their niche to the hobby is the research. They love that,
yeah,
So,
I do
yeah,
some just enough to get me through.
yeah.
yeah,
Now, weathering a car, I like to go through junkyard pictures. Then I have the picture on the screen, and I look at it as I'm kind of going along.
Yep.
Where like when we did the 72-hour group build, I didn't quite do that because all the other activities.
Yeah.
yeah. The weathering, I mean, that in itself is art. I mean, and
Yeah, I
and
love
look at-
that.
and you see the different styles of how people do it. And you have
Yep.
Mars does a lot of really cool ones. Tiffany weather stuff really neat.
Yes, Tiffany
Yeah,
does. She just said that's
yeah,
me, Bruce.
yeah. She does a great job on
She is
that.
awesome. Her
Yeah,
and Craig.
Mars and
yeah.
Mars.
And, my buddy Shane from the club, he's done some
Yep.
really cool
Shane-
ones where they've
Shane
got
too.
busted out
Yeah.
windows and open doors. Cotton coming out of the seat to look like it's all torn
Yeah.
That's
up.
one of his builds is where I got the idea on the
Yeah,
Firebird. Was this Firebird that I did in the group build where I busted the windshield out
yeah,
and I had a tree limb sticking through it? That was from one of his builds I did.
yeah. It's so. I mean, even that stuff is just a whole. That's another part of the hobby. I want to try to do at least one of those this year. That's really weathered out. Whether it's a runner, a junker sitting there. But I
Yep.
want to do something like that.
That's like Mom's car that I did for Acme. I've not done the video on, Dodge 330. I took it out of the box. First thing that happened was I broke the windshield. Okay, now I know what you want to be. You're gonna be a junkyard car,
Yep.
or
Yeah.
a car that's sitting in the front yard for sale, and that's what it turned out to be. It
Yep.
was a rusted car that's sitting in the front yard with a for sale sign on it.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's the way it went to Acme.
That's why I like watching a bunch of different channels, even if the like you said earlier, Paul, like every channel's got their niche,
yeah,
what they like to do, but it gives you ideas. Like right off the top of my head, as soon as Bruce said windshield, I'm thinking, okay, something that I wanted to try. I don't remember how long ago it was, but Jason Hanscom did I think it was a Mustang, and the window was kind of, I think, scratched in the kit, but he did the like windshield wiper smudge
Yeah.
marks on the window.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, that's cool, right? So you could do
Yeah.
a car like it just went through a storm or something.
yeah,
Sure.
And put the windshield smudges on it. And I thought, yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool. And that's the thing with this YouTube thing is you watch all these different builds that people put out and you just get different ideas for your builds,
yeah,
And like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said, if you're struggling with one, you might say, okay, this thing is going to be a junker. Or this thing's going to be a, for sale car,
yeah. No, it's endless ideas out there.
And the beautiful part about doing a a rusted a vehicle or a patina vehicle, if you don't like the way it's going, you just change the layers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't screw it up.
Yeah.
It's,
I
it's
do
all,
have a guy up here in the clubs that literally does the research on patina cars. And like, let's just say he picks a 50s pickup truck. He will average out 10 pictures of 10 different trucks to see how the sun has faded the paint away. And then
Wow.
he'll tell you that this is the correct way the paint fades away on these cars. That's what
yeah,
he'll
yeah.
do. I mean, he's that detailed about it. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, dude.
Some people are a little over detailed about that too, but
Yep.
Yeah. I know when I was doing that Camaro for Mars's group build, it's really not a rust bucket. It's more of just kind of a beater. But, even just the cool look from like saying you have sheet metal, primer, a sealer, paint, someone scuffed it down, repainted it.
Yep.
Just from the way you sand that down, you can make it look like you're seeing all those layers under it, just like a real car. And that's fun. That's really
Mars
nice.
has a video over at Mars's garage where he shows to put like 4 different layers of paint on there. So when you do sand it down, or if you're using acrylics, you can just use your water and your finger.
Yeah.
To work your way down through those layers where the edges of the layers are there. It's just it's an art form.
Yeah, it's fun to do. And
It
so
is.
when I was doing the Camaro, I made sure to use the different grits of paper because then it actually leaves the marks in the layers like you'd see on a real car being sanded down or scuffed down. Yeah.
Gunmetal's your friend.
Fun stuff.
Gunmetal paint.
Yeah.
When you're doing a patina car or a rusty car, once you get down to the gunmetal, that you're showing it's showing up as real metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful part of it.
Yeah, another channel that I've been watching a lot because he does different stuff is that old school modeler, that Nick.
Nick, yep.
Yep.
Another one of my heroes.
Stuff. Yep. I love his builds. So
let's see if this has it in it. One of the things I was starting to do it like with this one, I had a friend over, was looking at it. I don't know how well it'll show up because the lighting's kind of rough. You can't really see too well here. But anyways, the seat, it looks like it's kind of old textured leather. And he's like, man, how'd you get that look to it? And I said, well, it's easy. All you got to do is see what everybody's cursing about on their builds and go ahead and shoot some lacquer over a base.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Gives it that nice weather texture, like old leather.
Crinkle look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that worked really cool on that.
I did that on a base that I painted for my Dart.
Yeah.
I painted it with Rust-Oleum black, and then I took lacquer thinner and I poured it over the top of it. It all crinkled. Looked like pavement.
Yeah. Yeah, all kinds of fun ways to mess something up.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
I'm definitely having fun doing some like textures and stuff with different clears to try and get that leather look. But as far as the seat goes, I definitely want to do the blanket effect.
Oh yeah. That's neat.
And I want to do it on one of those like 29s or something like that.
Yeah.
Because then you can see it. But I'm very scared to go down a rabbit hole with making that, like what Sobek did. I mean, I still remember those pictures that when Chris Sobek was on Edgar's show, Scale Riders. And I mean, that blanket was just remarkable,
Yeah, that one on his truck is killer. And I did a similar one on my 49 Ford, and it got a lot of attention at a couple of shows I took it to. And I started telling him, I said, yeah, Chris was, once I saw his, he kind of explained how he did it. And shoot, I ran out to Michael's and bought like 30 different threads.
Yeah.
And just laid my 2-inch tape out and started from the center and worked it out. And,
I want to do that someday.
Yeah,
it's really neat.
It's so cool, and that truck, I don't think he's got that truck done yet, does he?
No.
He's got a good portion of it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a sweet product. For him, that's a curbside, a quick build.
Yeah, for him. Yeah.
Like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a neat one he's working on there.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Definitely got some of those builds in the back of my mind too. So
yeah.
Yeah, Mark, like Tiffany said, nothing hard about patina in a car. It's a blast.
sometimes, like I think it was Mars one time when we were in one of the coast to coast meetings. He was trying to reassure a few of us that were asking him questions, and he's like, sometimes screwing it up or what you think is screwed up is actually accurate to real life. So, if you feel that it's not going well, sometimes you just walk away from it and you'll come back and you'll go, yeah, that looks about right. So
Yeah.
You can apply the glue technique, the salt technique to that also.
yeah,
To get the rusty the edges and things, and then drill holes. And I mean, it's a process, but it's a fun process. It's like,
yeah,
man, first time I did a rusty, I thought, man, I can't believe I'm putting all this stuff on this real cool paint job I just did.
yeah,
Yeah.
But the end is a reward, and once you get it done, you sit there and you look at it, you're just grinning all over. Try it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you can't hurt it. It's plastic. Just go for it and try it.
Yep.
If you never patinaed one or rusty one, just do it.
Yeah, worst you'll do is mess it up.
Yeah,
Right.
start.
Worst,
They
worst
can
things
set
in,
the junkyard over there into pieces.
worst thing in life than messing up a model
Yeah.
car.
Yep. I mean,
That's for sure.
then it makes a great diorama because you can take and set it on a diorama, stack trees and logs around it. Nobody
Yeah.
will see it.
Right? Like what's his name's diorama that oh god, why can't I think of his name now? Throttle Power.
Yeah, Tim,
Brown, he did with those two darts.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
You should have seen that in person.
I bet.
Oh, it was
That
gorgeous. I took a
Yeah.
bunch of pictures of it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What the hell did he say? There was like over 1,000 leaves that he hand punched.
Wow.
Yes.
It's
Man.
like, oh my god,
And you know
And
what?
he's
You know what
been-
the fun part is? Team who has them now
do they?
for $3 in a great big huge bag.
Yeah, because what's
Oh.
the other kid that did that too for the USAC truck a couple years ago was that Dylan NYC. Yeah, he hand punched all those leaves too. So
Man.
yeah,
Well, I mean, it's like Dan over 60 Rules. Some of his dioramas, especially his military ones, they're sort of fantastic. I mean, yeah, they're just they look so real.
yeah,
He had the one Army one. When you look at the side of it, you see where they had tunnels built down and was sitting down into tunnels underneath. It was just, your dioramas can that's a rabbit hole all of its own.
oh yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
There's
I mean,
some neat stuff out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one show I went to a couple years ago, this guy literally built a whole diorama of an old drag strip that used to be in Minnesota that has been closed.
wow.
And I mean, when you ask him like how many hours you got in this thing, he's like about 500, and it's like holy moly,
Wow.
But I mean, the Christmas tree worked, and all the how he did the burnouts, from the burnout area. I mean, just tons and tons of time, and then that you're going to try the first couple things and they might not come out, and then you're starting over.
Yeah.
But that stuff is what inspires the heck out of me, is the trials and tribulations of talking to the builder and finding out how they went about it and some of the things that went wrong and how they overcome. And
Yeah.
I just dig that stuff when you hear the story. you
Yeah,
know.
definitely.
Like Joe, right? Joe does great videos with storylines for his builds.
Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome
he does.
storyline.
Yeah.
He kills it. He kills it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. In Rust I Trust. That's a pretty good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I come from the world of shiny cars because my dad and them guys were doing all those show car stuff. My whole childhood, that's what they all did with the car clubs that they had and the
Yeah.
Autoramas, the World of Wheels, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I still remember as a probably 10-year-old kid meeting Boyd Coddington and them guys, So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's one thing I feel like, and I'm sure everybody has a little bit of however they grew up or
yep.
something that etches into kind of a baseline of model building. I know for me, growing up around Pops painting, seeing different shops, cars, to me, it was just like there was nothing cooler than seeing a car being built when it was like, a 49 Merc or even my truck when we were doing it. And
Yep.
as you're putting it together, everything looks new. The frame's been repainted, engine's redone, everything just looks nice.
Yeah.
So for me, that's where it's like a lot of stuff. It's like, I love that look. Like it just got rolling out of a shop.
Yep.
Hi, Bob.
Yep. I do too.
Uh,
Yeah. There's so much, inspiration to just take from so many things to build your models. You look at the one-to-ones, the magazines, those are the first things that I go to, or pictures from an event that I went to. I'm not a camera guy, right? My wife, that's the camera person, but if it's something that I really, really like, then I'm pulling out my phone and I'm taking a picture of the car because the first thing I'm thinking is, hey, that'd be a cool model.
yeah.
So, but other than that, I'll just search things up if I need to figure something out. Or I've asked you a few things before, Paul, where I've called you and asked you questions about like some of the Chevys and stuff that I want to build.
Yeah.
We were talking like 50 Chevys.
Yeah.
Um, and just you got to reach out to people. That's the best
Yeah.
thing. People that are like you just said, your genre has been more of those older fat fendered cars in your life, where mine has been more of the muscle car things.
Yeah.
And so like I value your opinion and your knowledge of something that I'm weak in.
Yeah.
So it definitely helped me out a ton, and I found a couple kits that I can make into that build.
Yeah. That's the beauty of the hobby and the whole idea of all this, in a sense, kind of networking and meeting people. And again, it, in a sense, it kind of goes back to, you see what people's channels are about, what they're into, and that kind of becomes a resource,
Yep.
which is really cool. Something neat about the hobby.
Yep. I know when I go to do a weathering deal, which I definitely am going to do one. And I might even do it on one of my shop trucks that I'm working on. I know I'll
Nice.
be hitting some of these people up,
Yeah. Oh,
the
yeah.
the Tiffany's, the Mars Garage, Brucey, Dart, those four come to mind right off the bat, on some of the techniques that they do. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dart does killer work. That's where he got his leaves at, was Timu.
Yeah.
Timu, okay,
Yep. That's how come I found out about that. Was Dart bought off Timu. He's a Timu fan.
is
Yeah.
Yeah. He sent me a bunch of brushes from Timu, and I actually like those cheap brushes. He bought them as throwaway brushes.
Yeah.
But
Oh, really?
yeah, but they work they work real well.
That's good. Some of those
Yeah.
cheap brushes, you got to be concerned because they don't like solvents. So
These
Yeah.
are just fine with lacquer thinner.
really,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they
First
say
thing I
that
tried.
that Timu is. It's. I had someone describing it. They said it's like you get addicted to these $2 to $10 deals, and then there goes your paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't even realize it happened until it's over.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no,
I get on there, it's worse than eBay.
Yeah.
that's how I feel like when I go to Josh's site VCG, I start seeing all the stuff that's like $2, $3, $4. Then I hit checkout and I'm like, how'd I get up to $200? What just
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's scary.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, good time to be in the modeling hobby.
Yep. No, I know. And I know once he starts building some of these packages for the Drag and Drive group build, I'll be buying a bunch of that stuff.
That'll be cool. Yeah,
I
It's
want
gonna be easier.
Joe.
Yeah.
I went over looking the other day, and he doesn't have, he's sold out.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
They
always
seen
selling
your
out.
video, and he sold out.
Yeah. He said the drag and drive packages probably won't be for about 30 days, but I know he's got some catching up to do after the holidays. He said
Yep.
this is the first year he's took a break over the holidays. He said, I shut the business down and I took a break, and it was a much needed break for Josh. And I think a lot of us have done that, So
definitely.
like I said, even Paul, Paul said, yeah, I got to clean this place,
Yeah.
and he did his video. And then I was like, yep, he's right. I got to move some stuff around,
It's contagious.
It is.
I keep thinking this mess needs to go that way against the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, what do I do with all the stuff behind this that's against the wall?
Yeah, that's what June and Bell kind of given. June has more patience, I think. He'll sit here and help me out and understand what I'm doing. Bell's kind of like, what do you need help with? And then if you can't, just tell her, here, put this there. She gets, okay, call me when you need me. But like for me, it's like first I cleared off the table that's behind me. Then I took about 2/3 or about 1/3 of the bench, cleared it out, started shifting through that stuff. And they come back like, I thought you just cleared off the table. I'm like, well, I did, but now I need it to organize the bench. So they're like, oh, you cleaned one mess to make another. I'm like, welcome to life.
Yeah.
Our brother Don over Don's Garage has been doing that for the last 3 weeks. Every time he gets the one bench cleaned off, it ends up heaping again because he's cleaning another spot over here.
Yeah.
It's a
so
process.
True. And it's depressing too, because you start digging all this stuff out and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna find a home for this. And next thing you know, you look and it's like, holy moly.
What just happened in here?
Yeah.
A tornado?
Yeah. That's awesome, Ron. I'm glad you sold 4 books. That's really cool.
That's cool.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, the world of cleaning. Trying to stay
But
organized.
It definitely helps. I mean, like,
I had the tab open for that somewhere.
Like Bruce showed, the toolbox he got. I bought them things for my display and stuff. And it's just where stuff is, boom, boom, pull the drawer and you can get right to it. I hate trying to find something. I just hate that,
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, God damn it, I know I got that here. Where did I put it,
Yeah.
I need a tornado to see my workbench. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, that's cool, Bruce. That's organizing your main tools right there.
Yeah, definitely.
And then don't spill the water, Bruce. I got my clamps in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Extra drill bits.
Yeah.
That's a failed print from my 3D printer. I thought I printed it in 2 pieces. The bottom side didn't work out right, so I used the top side, put a piece of cardboard under it.
There you go.
That worked. It worked out pretty good.
Yeah. No, that's just it. You gotta. That's part of the thing with the hobby that's cool is you improvise.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went nuts buying it. I bought another one that's over here on the other side. I gotta go to town tomorrow, so I'll stop in there and see if I got any more because they had a big display in front of the door when you first walked in.
They do. I know they do. They're all
There were two.
right
There were
there.
two black ones sitting there. That was it.
Yeah.
No more. They said we don't have any more. What's there's all we got? Because I asked.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think no matter how much space you got, you can always
Jeez.
use more.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I got more over here.
Especially if you get into the whole, collecting kits,
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I know there's been a few people that have talked about, I can't remember the name of the app. If Mike Scale Model Outlaw is in here yet, I know there was an app that was floating around.
Yeah.
And it's like that's like another hobby in itself, trying to upload all your kits, So
yeah, I was gonna do that. But for me, the hard part is for us, I guess, is starting so late. You'd have to have a way to mark things as to where you're leaving off. And I mean, yeah, at this point, it's just wouldn't. It'd be another. I'd probably end up breaking my phone.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, if you have 3, 4, 5, 600 kits, man, that's a lot of work.
I collect is the name of it. I got it on my.
I collect. Okay,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
you can put 20 models in for free, but if you wanted to do anything else, you got to buy the subscription.
Oh,
really? Okay.
Yeah. If it has a barcode, it goes out because it shares your information to the main server. And if you scan the barcode on the box, it'll put all that information in that. And then you can say, I have this.
Okay.
Or if it doesn't have a barcode, you can go search their database and see if it's in there. If not, then you can manually put in the information.
Okay.
Like you said, a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I got 350 some kids over here. I'm not going into that rabbit hole. I started.
Yeah.
2 years ago. Right? No.
We have a notepad that when we built this shed, Bell had made a list of what's above in the lofts, and we have each box numbered and what's in it.
Okay.
And I mean, that was handy. That's a good starting point for us. But yeah, there's just, I was, depending on what comes up for this year, I was thinking about taking like a week off of work sometime in the summer and just trying to really group stuff that's in here and one of the other sheds. But I don't even know if a week would be. The hard part is without having, like Jason, you have kind of more of a shop idea where you could set stuff out, work on it, go to bed, come out the next morning, right? Yeah. For us, it's kind of, you're working in smaller spaces, so you kind of have to start somewhere and end somewhere each day, and that's what really makes it kind of difficult,
Yeah.
That's the hard part about having a small area. You really got to keep it organized.
Yeah.
Like this little area right here is my building area. Well, then I got this part over here that's the staging area, and then the part behind me is also the staging area, but it's also prepped stuff to be painted. So, but I only have this one little work area, so it's constantly moving back and forth.
See, like I had probably 60 models over there underneath those benches.
Yeah.
And those are all gone now. So I moved all them, and I figured I'm just going to put tubs with tools and sandpaper. And so I have tubs and stuff stacked in there now. And then I have some of the slot car boxes down there. Just, the projects. I think maybe it's me being crazy or whatever, but I'm going to put all the kits somewhere else to where, okay, this is what's on the bench and this is what we're working with, versus me looking, going, I can't wait to get into that one, So,
that's why they're in the other room.
Yeah. And I've heard that I've heard that same thing with some other content creators where they're saying, "Yep, I'm gonna move a bunch of kits to the basement, or I'm gonna move a bunch of kits to the other room, and keep them somewhere else." Because it's like squirrel,
Yeah.
You walk by them and you stop and you start staring at them.
I
Yeah,
think for me, because
Mesmerizing. Ooh,
I've
big
got
word.
all these kits around me, and it's not too much of a distraction. What gets me is seeing either other people's projects or, like you said, real cars.
yeah,
But what has helped for me at least, and it's kind of slowed down the building, but I started getting the clear tubs. I don't have like these, kind of like these here.
yep,
And so up on the shelf up there, what we got to redo is the project shelf. We'll have the kit box on top of one of these or next to them. And before we have all
Uh-oh.
we lost them.
three of us, the kids, and aftermarket stuff, 3D parts, things like that in there for that build. And that's kind of helped out with the organization,
Okay.
Yeah, that's helped out quite a bit. And it's kind of slowed down. To be honest, it's kind of slowed down on seeing something and just diving into it, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
Mark over Hobby 007 did a video on how he does that. He does the same thing. He takes a tote, puts all the aftermarket stuff in there that's going with that build in that tote.
Yeah. That's what we've been doing there. I mean, we've got, I think, four or five kits between the three of us that we've got 3D chassis, 3D engines, aftermarket aluminum stuff. Everything.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, and it kind of feels more like when we're working on stuff with the 1-to-1s, because you're actually planning out a little bit versus just ripping something open, diving into it, and then I'll get on this later. Let me think about this, and next thing you know, there's another zombie to work on 20 years later.
Yeah. I know Joe, and there's a few other guys, I think, as they buy like 3D printed parts, they throw them in the box.
Yeah.
Before the build even starts, they just throw them in there. You do that too, Bruce?
Yeah. If I know I'm going to be using that parts, I go ahead and buy them and throw them in the box.
And then you do the posted note too on the side, don't you? That you put this motor in there or whatever. Yeah.
And I put a start and end date on there, and then what the build's for, the group build or whatever. I even put the paint in the box.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the current, the ones that are coming up real soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Sometimes you might need that paint for another build that you're working on right now, but
yeah.
Nice.
It's like, okay, so what box did I put it in?
Yeah. No, when I used to have all my stuff in, my old house, it went from the basement to the upper spare room. I mean, first when we moved in, it all went into the one bedroom, and then that was across from the master. Well, then we had kids. So then it's like, okay, we're putting them in that bedroom. You need to move all your crap. So then I had to move it all to the basement. So it was like all over the place. And then if you started painting, first thing, even if you were opening a jar, she's in there. God damn it, what the hell are you doing? You're stinking up the whole house, So it was just like, okay, enough's enough. And when we moved, I'm like, yep, my hobby shop is going out in the garage. So nobody's gonna bitch about paint or nothing stinking up the house. And So.
Yeah, I hear that from my sister. You're downstairs painting, ain't you? Yes.
Yeah.
The paint doesn't catch all of it, honey. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember having someone years back. This goes back to when I was like probably 16, 17 over, I think it was at the NNL. And someone was like, do you paint your models in the house? I'm like, oh no, I'm using a full gun, and that wouldn't pan out too good.
Yeah.
No, I would not.
No,
Yeah.
and that's why I do know, like a lot of guys. That's why I was kind of asking about the painting bodies ahead of time, because I know there's guys. I believe Larry in our group will paint like 4 or 5 bodies, and then that's what he tries to work on through the winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then the weather's nice. They ain't got to do it inside. They get them all painted, and then they just do all the detail work.
He's
Yeah.
recently been using the new Gallery Works paint in the house upstairs.
Has he? Okay.
Yeah.
And he's really liking the fact that it doesn't have any odor or anything. He can use it. He can spray it upstairs. I mean, it has a fragrance odor.
Yeah.
I remember him
It's
saying
not odorless. It has a fragrance, but it's not an annoying fragrance.
he
Yeah.
said that
Doesn't
was
last
working out.
long.
He said that was working out really well for him.
Yeah.
That's good. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Like Zippy, he moved and now he has a room for his painting and stuff.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the garage
It's not
there.
in
Yeah.
the garage area, and worse inside the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in his old house, he was out in the garage too.
Yeah.
So
He was out in the garage, literally.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
See, what's
Yep.
his pickup truck's name?
Ruby.
Ruby. Ruby was sitting right at his back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a beautiful pickup truck.
Yeah, he does some really neat builds.
Yeah. I
Really
mean, I have one on here. She's covered up and she's got
Yeah.
models on top of her.
He got a model on top of it.
That's how the 57, and I think it was the first 48-hour group build that Belle and I did.
Yep.
We had a blanket across the back of the 57 and had all our parts laid across and everything.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
That's the one nice thing too with being in the garage is if it's a beautiful day, you can just open the doors and it's like you're outside building,
yeah.
And then
Definitely.
when you want to go do something else, just shut the doors and leave. So
Yeah, it is nice.
That's one of the reasons why I bought that little Air portable air compressor. So if I feel like going outside in the garage and painting that day, I got a bench out there cleaned off where I go out there and paint.
yeah.
It's summertime, but
Yep, because it just, I did a lot of thinking back over my holiday break and I had some really good, memories of stuff. And man, in the neighborhood when we were kids, we would all gather at somebody's picnic table and build model cars, the neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
And we just had such a blast doing that. It was just so much fun. And it's like, you didn't have cell phones. You didn't have any of that. It's like you all just magnetically knew, okay, I'm done with my chores. And everybody grabbed their kit and they ran over to such and such's house. And, it's just so much fun. And that's what I like to see with the YouTube is that interaction, So
me and my buddy Steve used to do that when we were kids.
is that the gentleman that helps you out and takes you to your appointments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
After all these years, I mean, we grew up together, literally.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, we'd go to his house or he'd come to our house. We both had picnic tables. We'd sit out there all day long in the sun and build model cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paintbrush in one hand, tester glue in the other. Tester paint bottles sitting in front of you.
I can't remember what show I was.
Bottle.
There's a couple of model shows that I've been watching now. They're mainly like airplanes and figures and ships and stuff that these guys do. For the life of me, I can't think of their name, but it was funny when they were cracking up. And I know some of us have talked about this before. They're like, yeah, you use the whole tube per kit, right? So like when you were a kid, you thought you had to use the whole tube of glue on the damn model, and it's funny how you're seeing other people that are builders that are saying the same experiences as a kid. They would use all the glue,
They last longer as you're dragging them through the gravel driveway.
That was one of the things that my pops always taught me was toothpicks and index cards. You put your glue and then use your toothpick and
Yeah.
and go. But yeah, I had friends that would tell me that they would be gluing their thing together and just have the glue and then put it together
Yeah.
and it stuff coming out everywhere.
Yeah, it's sandwiched out. My first one was like that. Yep, that
Yeah.
glue there.
I
And
still use it.
Yeah.
my dad, he was like, I told him, I said, yeah, I remember getting another kit. And I said, yeah, I need another tube of glue. And he's like, what do you mean you need another tube of glue? I go, I need another tube of glue. And he goes, I just bought you one. He goes, that should build like 5 models. And I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, it's all gone. He's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And he looked at the other model when we got home and he's like, well, geez Louise, And then he did what your dad did. He's like, see this? You put it right here and you take a toothpick and, I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah. Then when we get like paint and stuff all over our hands, being back then and Dad being a painter, I'd be sitting there trying to wash it off in the sink with soap or whatever. Oh, come here, come here. He'd get a towel, put some lacquer thinner on there, some 3812, and there you go. It's gone. I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Good old 3812.
Yeah.
We use gasoline.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor kids.
Well, yeah, we used to like in the shed where all the paint was, some of the thinners and stuff, like someone would be like, oh, I can't get this off my hand. Oh, come here, I got something that'll work.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that smells strong. Like, wow, that works really good.
What is that? You don't want to know.
Was, yeah. So they were like 11 years old.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, how times have changed.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean you're pouring that straight on kids' hands?
Oh, right.
I still do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I still remember when I poked that spray can and I spray painted my whole face. And it was like a gray or silver or something like that, and I couldn't see, and I'm freaking out because I couldn't see. And my dad right away is like flushing my eyes out, and that's all he was concerned about was my eyes. And then at that time, all the paint on my cheeks and my forehead and stuff is all drying. It's all in my hair. And then he's just like, well, you're going to be a military boy now. And he just went, and then it was like turpentine or something. And I remember the rag and it just stung. My cheeks were all rosy from the chemicals to get the paint off.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, man.
And then my mom's like, you need to lock those spray cans up. She's like hollering at my dad. And my dad's like, oh, he won't do that again.
Yeah, certain things you only do once.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, those were good days. We had a few kids in the circle that built models, and we would do the same thing, get stuff done. And again, I think what else was fun about those times were, someone's mom driving you to Kmart or Long's Drugs or wherever, and everybody had $10 and you come home with the model kit and maybe some paint or something,
Yeah.
Those were fun times.
Yep. Yeah, when I figured out that, a tube of glue and jars of paint will last quite a few models, my $10 would usually go and get 2 kits, and I'd come home with 2 kits,
Yeah.
And that's when I started kit bashing. I've said this many times to people, that 66 or 67 flip nose Chevelle, that was the kit to bash parts out of,
Yeah.
Big fat tires and the tunnel ram and,
Yeah.
So.
No, definitely. Yeah, those were good times, definitely.
Sounds like Leon has spray painted his face too.
I'm guessing that's what he means.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was that. I still remember that, man. I was like, oh my God. I thought I was blind. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Dreaming in the backyard.
Yeah. Oh, fun times. Definitely.
Yep, that 427 big block too. Yep. That kit, I was so glad when they re-released that thing, because there's like two box arts from the old days. I think one was like a red box art, and then one was the black one with the flames. That's the one I remember buying.
Yeah.
And those things go for some good money. And I thought, man, I don't want to spend that for that kit. But when they re-released it, I'm like, okay, I'm in. And then Hobby Lobby got it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely in.
I like that the old around that time, the old monogram, the heavy Chevy, the 70 Chevelle.
Yeah.
That 454, the blown 454.
Yep.
And being the 124 scale looked really good in the AMT 40 Willys.
Yep.
That was a kit. The engine, just that little difference in size and everything. Man, that looked killer in the 25th scale gassers.
Yep, that kit was another one. I love that heavy Chevy kit. I had a few of those back in the day, and then I found the one, and I'd used that on the Model Cars and Coffee video.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be a zombie thing. But the blower that's on that GTX that I did, the zombie, that's the blower from that heavy Chevy.
Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that was a cool kit. I wish they would re-release that thing, you know.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had thinking about that. I had somewhere one of the AMT, the 40 Willys pickups that was started, and it had that engine in there. I thought about trying to, I may have that Chevelle parts one back there. I was going to see what's in there, and if the engine and stuff is there, maybe try to rebuild one of those 40 Willys pickups with that engine, just to reinvent something I had as a teenage, early teen,
Yeah.
I like that idea. Yeah, that's another thing I've started doing is a few kits that just different moves and stuff didn't make it or ended up gone. I thought it'd be fun to kind of build them just simple like they were back, what was built back then.
Yep.
It would be kind of fun to have to see on the shelf.
Yep. That's just like that flip nose Chevelle. I remember building that thing and painting it like candy apple blue. And I spent a lot of time like prepping the body, and I really like focused on trying to get the paint really nice, and it turned out really good. And I don't, for the life of me, can't remember. My mother can't remember what happened to it, because I remember it was like in a case or something, because it was like the best thing I ever built.
Nice.
And don't know what happened to it. The other one that I got to buy yet, they just did re-release it, and that is the flip nose. Is it 53 Ford pickup?
Yeah, the flip nose one. Yeah,
that was the other one that I really loved as a kid too, and I can't find that. So definitely going to get me one of those this year and do that as a recreation. That's cool. That one there, I know it was like a dark red, like a burgundy red when I did it. So
that's cool.
Good night, TJ.
Good night.
What's going on, Edward? Happy New Year to you, my friend. Well, we've been on for 2 hours. I think we're going to call it the night. I know I'm tired.
We'll be 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were late 5 minutes. You hit the wrong button.
I know.
The crowd was getting anxious too.
I know. Sam was in there giving me the riot act even.
I know it.
Yeah. That's funny.
Hey, Bruce, hit the button.
Hit the button.
Hit the right button.
Felt like Frankenstein. I was running around the castle and the people were storming the castle.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody else then put in there, no, the other button.
Yeah. I don't remember who said that.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get back into the flow of things. It's 2026, and it's all new year, and it's already downhill. But hey, we're gonna make the best of the downhill slide.
Yep, and like we said before we left for break, is we definitely got some changes and some things that we're going to be doing for this year. We're gonna roll them out easily and just kind of blend them all in. But definitely, one of the things is we definitely want to have more hosts for this show, so that as people have life stuff come up or different events or family reunions, whatever, we always have 3 to 4 people on the show. So definitely get some more insight for all of you fine folks. Like
More
Joe
eyes
says,
on the chat.
yep. Like Joe says, you guys are the engine that helps fuel this, and I totally agree with what Joe says on that. So,
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun being out here, and when I first started doing these with you guys, I thought of it as cool, kind of be on the show, but now it's kind of just a easy flowing, fun chat, and that's what makes it really good is having that interaction from the chat thread right into the show versus us just being focused in on a show,
Yeah.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, good night, Tiff.
Yeah. Good night, Tiff. The one for Leon just went in there now. my phone is like 5 days behind. So
yeah, it's going to be an awesome year, 2026.
I think so too, and I'm really
model building and the show and our personal channels.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
A lot of ideas.
Really focused on trying to get more work done and simplifying some of them builds. I think that's going to help me out a ton. So,
yeah. And by mid 2026, I'll probably have 250 group builds, according to Paul.
Yeah, probably.
We're gonna have to slow you down, Bruce.
I know.
I got a feeling there's going to be some like protests about Bruce is hogging all the group builds, and
I'm waiting for that.
No group builds for the other channels to have, and
yeah, they'll be storming the house next.
Well, you gotta live it up, right? You just gotta do it, So
yeah.
Yep. So, on behalf of everyone at Bruce's Eclectic World, I want to thank each and every one of you folks for being here tonight. We've had almost 50 people, 45, 48.
Yeah.
Still 38 here now, and there's some people leaving saying good night.
Yep.
The chat has been awesome tonight, just flowing right along. Love is to watch you guys react with each other. And that just makes it that much more fun for me and my two hosts. And speaking of my two hosts, I want to thank you guys for being back here again in 2026. Appreciate each and every one of you guys and each and every one of you in the chat. So here's to a good 2026. We hope everybody has a lot of good fun, a lot of great builds, and try to jump in all of my group builds that you can.
Yeah, all 200 of them.
All 250 or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Love each and every one of you. So good night, folks.
Paul, you want to close it out?
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate the co-host here. Thank you guys again for having me aboard, and definitely missed Joe tonight, but hopefully he's maintaining a little bit of sanity, But thank you guys all that are in the chat. Like Bruce said, still going strong in there. We appreciate it. It's really is. That's what keeps us going is all the chat in there and having a good time. So a lot of changes coming, I think, for all of us individually as a group, and from Left Coast. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and I'll keep this very simple. Like what these two guys said, it's an honor to be on here with these two gentlemen. I don't consider them just model builders. I consider them brothers. And all of you fine folks in the chat, man, it's awesome. It's just cool to see what you guys come up with. Even tonight, there's a couple times we looked at what you guys were talking about, and then we kind of implemented into our discussion as well. So it really feels like we're one with you guys. And that's all we're looking for is that camaraderie. So from me, Jason Klein at KRD, Klein Race Car Designs, we wish you all a happy 2026. And let's get some builds done. Let's flood YouTube with builds. Let's get some positive stuff going. So like Leon says, I like that. Stay modeling. Let's do that. So
Exactly.
peace out, everybody.
Bye. Click.
Click.